Hi. Let me take my mask off. We are getting off the ship today. The ship is the Majestic Princess in Honolulu, Hawaii. We've just crossed the ocean from LA, San Pedro, and we just got off the ship. This is our first port. That's the Majestic Princess. And I'm here with Janet.
Hi.
Who's still wearing her mask. You want to see the curve? Is that what you're saying? The seawalk? That's the seawalk. I wouldn't get a cabin in there. So when you get off in Honolulu, at least we're at Pier 2, or whatever they call it, number 2. The Aloha Tower is further away from us. But you go through this big warehouse of a building. And we're still going through this big warehouse of a building. Oh, it's air conditioned in here. And you could buy stuff right here.
That's a 6-room in Pier.
Hey, boomerangs.
$10 for the...
We're going to the land of boomerangs there. Here we see the magical hook named Shahuoi. Read that. Okay. So we came out there, see Pier 2 passenger terminal. This is where you meet your tours, I suppose, or excursions. Yeah, I took the mask back off. Now that we're outside in the open air of Hawaii, our plan is to walk up to the Iolani Palace and then over to the Capitol building. We've been stopped. And then maybe up to Punchbowl, which is that brown hill right in the middle of the picture. You probably can't see it. So we came out of there. Of course, there's the Majestic Princess, and it's pretty majestic. And now we're walking down this freshly paved road with brand new speed bumps. And we're headed to the main highway. Where we want to go is right up there, where those trees are. So we came around that corner there, and we came to an intersection. We went left, and it says Punchbowl on the sign. So we're going to wait here until that light says we can cross. I don't think he's going to wait. He's going to run for it or something. Anyway, pretty busy roads. And there it is. So, just to recap, we came around from that red light down there in front of that American flag. Right, there's the ship. We are going to go up this way and cross there. Piers 4 through 11 are the next left. And this is 300 Ala Moana. How did I know? So we've been walking up this street called Punchbowl. There's the front of the ship. If you went that direction, a mile or so, you'd be in Waikiki Beach. So if you're trying to get to Waikiki, don't go the way we're going. We're trying to get up to there, up in the hills there. So we've gone about a block. We're on Kaluhila, and we got some chickens here. And it's a rooster, a hen, and her little chicks. Now those are Hawaiian chickens. Okay, so they're different. And a couple doves with the rooster. Oh, several doves. Oh, and sparrows. Anyway, we're still on Punchbowl. Still heading this way. On the other side of the road is a statue. So if you like plumerias, and I love plumerias, look at those trees. Look how big they are. I mean, there's a car next to them. Right? It must be old. None of mine are that big, or even close to it. So we walked up another block. We're getting out into a more open area. And more giant plumerias. And there's a cemetery across the street with some really old headstones. See that? So the palace should be right up here on the left. And we've come to a clearing, it's like a park, and we're gonna turn here because we want to see the statue there, right? You probably saw it for many years in the Hawaii Five-0 opening sequence. We came from that road there. There's the cemetery, the end of it. This is the territorial office building. And I think it had a date of like 1925 on it. But maybe that was the transportation building, which I didn't mention it. Anyway, I believe that is Iolani Palace across the street there. We're gonna walk over there, but first we're gonna see this statue. Now look at this. That's a pretty big tree. I think it's all the same tree. You know, the branches grow up and then they shoot these air roots down, whatever you want to call them. Well, that's one tree. And maybe this is another one. Although I'm not sure. But it's like a maze in here, and it's like a pile of leaves. So the big banyan tree is right there. I think it's a banyan tree anyway. Here's this old building. That clock does not have the right time. In fact, I don't even know if it's running. Is your clock running? You better catch it. So this is some sort of governmental building, I imagine, because it's got a metal detector right at the entrance. And here's the statue. Let's get around to the front of it. So there's the statue, and people have piled petals up there. You see that? And that's Kamehameha, right? Kamehameha. I think it might be Kamehameha 3, but I'm not sure. Does this say? No, this is the guy who sculpted it, I guess. So, sorry for the backlighting, but that's the time of day it is, right? So, I think maybe that's just Kamehameha 1. But anyway, so there it is. And it's right across from the Royal Palace. So let's cross. Janet tells me that that's the courthouse. That old building with the statue in front. And I've heard that there's a crosswalk right here. And they're on it. And we should have gone with them. So now we're going to go over here and wait for all these cars to go by. So here we are. Of course, Kamehameha is right there. I'm not going to try to read that to you. No animals allowed in the park. I'm going to go in anyway. Ooh, look at it. Very stately. So here we are. Of course, the flag of Hawaii. And I guess maybe that's the flag of the royal family. You know, Hawaii used to be ruled by kings and queens back in the day. There is a chain across. They don't want us to go in there. So we aren't going to. I read online that it was a $25 entrance fee, but and that they closed at 4. It's only 3 o'clock. So I don't know, maybe there's another way in. We'll go around. I think we'll go around this way though. So there's the palace. Of course, there's the Janet. This says it's the barracks. And those little crosses are actually slots to, you know, stick your gun out, I think. Oh, I'm on the grass. I probably shouldn't be on the grass. That looks like a concert hall or something, right?
Community center.
Almost looks like the LA concert hall. No public restrooms, guests only. I think I'm a guest. I don't live here. Mass optional, mahalo.
I don't think so. We were just checking out what it actually was in here. Thank you.
Was this a barracks? Yes. Hi. Oh, that's the state capitol. I thought it was a concert hall. They wanted to organize a tour for us. We want to go up to the Punchbowl, which is that brown hill right there. That's the Capitol building of the state of Hawaii. Not a concert hall, I don't think. Capitol building. Ooh, birds. So the palace is right there, the barracks are right there. We came out to this road, which is Richards Street, because somebody's taken the D. That's an office building of some sort, I think. That's the Capitol building still. Got a wall around it. So we're going to go up here. So the sign here says this is the Korean and Vietnam War memorials. So we're going to go down and have a look at those by way of this synagogue. So there's the Korean War Memorial. I don't know if you can read that on the side there. I can.
And there's a name on each one of those?
Maybe? I don't know if these fruits came off of this tree or what. Anyway, there's names on these. It looks like a name on every single one. Edward M. Sniffen. Let's go look at the Vietnam Memorial. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, and so on. And it's got names. I think somebody put that there on purpose. That's weird, right? Somebody's put some jewelry on this one. Klaus. Oh. So across the street here, that's the war memorials are right there. And this is the governor's mansion. And I don't know if the governor's home right now. Janet says, look at that tree trunk. You see it there? Of course, next to the governor's mansion, well, across the street, is the Capitol building there. That's the state capitol. And they're called something here, Washington Place. Maybe it's the mansion. So the governor's mansion was right there. This says it's the Honolulu Theater for Youth. And over here is the Episcopal Diocese. Right there. And my map says we're supposed to walk through this entrance and walk up around next to that. The sign says Cathedral Church of St. Andrew. Let's go up this way. So these look like some pretty old buildings. That says Parkey Chapel. St. Paul's Mission. Episcopal Philippine Independent Church. So I don't know why my map, of course it's Google Maps, so there could be something else in there. So there's this little fountain and statue in front of this church. And that's apparently a big stained glass window. But we're going to go off that way to Queen Emma Street Road Boulevard. And that's the sound of construction. See, they're building a building. They're working on one anyway. Whoop, let's get out of the road. So the statue was right there. We decided to walk up here. Got these little pillars, covered walkway. I think that's made of lava. I'm not sure. It's just not black. There's this tower. I'm guessing that's a bell tower. Campanile. And then we're out. So Queen Emma is that road. That's where we're headed. So the church was around the corner there. This is another church, St. Peter's Episcopal Church. And it looks like a bus stop too. And there's Central Intermediate School. And that looks pretty old. And I think there's road work ahead. So we're on Queen Emma still. We're crossing Vineyard Boulevard. Heading up. And it's starting to be a little uphill. Soon to be a lot uphill. So we just crossed Vineyard. This is Queen Emma. Playground here if you want. It's called the Pacific Club. I'm going to assume it's an exclusive club for rich people, but I don't know. Pacific Club. So we're coming uphill now, and we are crossing over a freeway. And I'm guessing it's rush hour traffic. It's about 3:30. So, reminds me of home. So that's the bridge over the freeway right there. We cross this street, and we're going to go up this road. So it's sort of a straight line, but this actually has a different name, I believe, like Lusitania. We're going to go up, around, and end up there. So we saw this sign. It says the best shave ice. So we went in. And they have all those flavors. It said small $3 and large $5, but she said we only have large. So, but it's a nice little store if you want some sodas or whatever. They have it. It remains to be seen whether it's the best shave ice. Looks like that beer over there, maybe. So there it is. That's a large. $5.24 with tax. Not sure it's the best, but it's hot and it tastes good. I mean, it's hot outside, and this tastes good. So, according to my map, we got about 40 more minutes, and somewhat of a climb. The little store was right around the bend there. The freeway is just on the other side of those buildings, those trees. We are going to veer off to the right here. On Huoaina Drive. And we had to get off the sidewalk because there wasn't one and the cars parked there. But now there's a sidewalk again for a little while. And there's actually several ways to get up the hill, apparently. Department of Veterans Affairs National Cemetery Punchbowl, which is up here. So in the Punchbowl is a cemetery. And then there's a lookout at the top of the rim, because it's a volcanic crater. So we've been coming up the same street. You can go that way, I think. Maybe that way, but the map shows this as being the quickest way. So we're just going to follow this street up. There's a little church here. And the Brotherhood of the Punchbowl Holy Ghost, as Janet said. Yeah, that's shave ice tongue. Now you see that yellow and orange and green flag? I'm not sure what that represents, but they want Margaret Lim for the State House and Dr. Josh Green. So, anyway, I think we're about 20 minutes away now. We're going to circle all the way up and then walk out to it. Well, we've been coming up this same road for quite a while now. Pu'owaina. And there's a road going downhill, but I just want to show you. There's the houses up there on the sides of the hill, houses in the valley, and steep roads. Up and down, up and down. And high rises. And that's the Punchbowl right up there. You just got to get to it. I want you to see all the doves. I've never seen that many doves in one place, unless it was a cage. So we've been traveling uphill for a while now. And we're, somebody has like a little cable car rig up to their house, a homemade thing. And then over here is another old cemetery. I'm assuming that's old. I don't know. But we should be getting close. I mean, we're going up there. So, and I'm not going to lie to you. We're both sweating and tired. We've gone 2 3/4 miles so far since the ship. So, and we've got another half a mile at least. So there's a little garden here. And I guess it's a memorial garden. Right? People have planted plants over here. And when we came up from that way, I said, why would anybody plant these plants over here? Now I know. Right? 2011. 1990 to 2011. Alright. And there's Como Mai Papakolea. And the Department of Veterans Affairs National Cemetery Punchbowl. So we've been on this road for a long time, walking uphill. And it's a busy road. It's a little bit of a busy road. But right here, we're going to make a right. Now that says it's Pu'owaina, but that's what we've been on. So maybe the road turns and that becomes a different road. I can't tell you. I just can't tell you. But that's Tantalus. And we are at the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific. And they have chickens. We're going to cross over to a sidewalk and a nicely mowed lawn. And this is pretty nice looking. And people live up here. And I just hit the 3 mile mark. So, and that's from the ship. And they have restrooms here. So here's a map of it. We're going to the overlook, of course. And we are here now. So we gotta go out there. There's bathrooms there. There's bathrooms where we are. So don't forget to use them. So you don't have to use the bushes. National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific. This is a nice building. There's a gravesite locator, but honestly, I don't know if I know anybody who's here, so we're not looking for graves. I'm going to go right out here and give you a nice view of Honolulu. Of course, from the lookout, it should be better. But there's Diamond Head, right in the middle of the screen. Right? We'd like to hike up there tomorrow, but we're going to take a bus over there and just hike up the mountain if we do it. Watch for the video. It says caution automatic door. Switch to operate. Well, let's do that.
This is the Punchbowl.
It's air conditioned.
When you look on a map, it's
It
honestly
is.
This is not Diamond Head? Okay.
Not up on these sections.
Look, here.
Look where the plane is.
Real ones right there. No.
Oh, metal bonners. Metal savant.
So this is
See that,
Punchbowl.
Joe?
Got flags of the service.
There's a Navy.
So we're going to call that the visitor center. They had a bathroom. There's a road leading up. There's gates, but they're open. So I guess we still have to deal with cars, but I think there's going to be a sidewalk. And probably the most fun thing is we still have to get all the way up there to the top of that hill. But I think we're going to do it in a roundabout sort of way. And the gates will close at 6 p.m. And right now it's 4:20. So there's the gate. We've been going uphill pretty steadily. It's been almost 2 hours since we left the ship and 3.3 miles to this point. So don't give up. You can do it. It is a nice view though. I mean, you gotta figure. Of course, Diamond Head's gonna be a nice view also, if we do it. Came up from around that bend and so this is the memorial here. It's pretty fancy looking. I think we're headed out there though. So I suppose that's the actual memorial maybe. The lookout is up this side. Of course we came from there. And there's the flag. So we're going to head up that way.
I'll show the date, September 7th, 1941. That was,
Pearl Harbor Day.
yeah.
Unknown. So some of these, that one said unknown and had the date of Pearl Harbor. There's a couple here that just say unknown. So we came from way down there. The memorial is through those trees there. And we've come around here. Of course, we showed you a few of the gravestones that were marked unknown and such out in here. And there were several of them. Some with dates, others without dates. So I don't know the story behind them. And then there's this. And that tunnel or whatever, there's a door here, but we're going to go up to there and then up the hill till we're up on top. Well, Janet didn't want to take the road. She wanted to go straight up. And so that's what we're doing. Of course, we're not stepping on anybody, living or dead. But it is steep. Hey, there's somebody up here. And I think this is the lookout. Yes, that's me breathing hard. I think we finally made it. Of course, she doesn't get the full effect of these things because she cut through. And I say she, but you're right, I cut through too. Oh. Some of those buildings are really reflective. But I want you to see right there. That's the Majestic Princess. Oh, there's a pool on the hill. So we're gonna walk out here. Look out across the sea in Honolulu. Disney's Aliani is up there. We have a bunch of other hotels. Majestic Princess. Over there is Waikiki Beach and Diamond Head. So we've come from there. We went over to that lookout, saw the ship. Go over to this lookout. Coconut palms. See the coconuts on them? Of course, there's the freeway with a little bit of traffic. Almost see Waikiki Beach down there. A lot of construction going on, a lot of tall buildings here. Diamond Head off in the distance. And the clear blue Pacific. Look how the line of the tops of those buildings matches the horizon. That's kind of bizarre, right? So I saw this caution tape and thought there was construction going on here or some sort of issue. I remember I pointed out the coconuts, but it's an area you need to beware of falling coconuts. Now I've never been hit by one, but I have been around when they fell. I guess they can do some damage to your lawn. So to right here, it was 2 hours and 22 minutes, 3.91 miles that we walked. We did stop a little bit. So have fun. So from the lookout on Punchbowl in Honolulu, Hawaii, this is Gareth and
Janet. Say, Port Monkeys out.
we'll see you in the next port.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, Gareth and Janet here, and we're on the top of Punchbowl Crater in Honolulu, Hawaii, right? And this is almost live because I couldn't get a live feed going, so I'm recording and I'm going to post it in a few minutes. Of course, you'll just see it come up. But anyway, we're on the Majestic Princess, which is right there in the harbor. And this is Punchbowl Crater in Honolulu, Hawaii.